In the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean lies a gem of unmatched beauty and timeless charm, Sri Lanka. Often referred to as the Pearl of the Indian Ocean, this mesmerizing island is a vibrant mosaic of dense jungles, sun-kissed beaches, and rolling hills draped in lush tea plantations. Its rich history comes alive through ancient ruins, sacred temples, and enduring cultural traditions. Renowned for its stunning landscapes, diverse heritage, and numerous UNESCO World Heritage Sites, Sri Lanka is a treasure trove of wonders. Among its most iconic landmarks is Sigiriya, famously known as the eighth wonder of the world. This awe-inspiring site was once home to a majestic ancient city, perched atop a massive monolithic rock that rises 650 feet above the plains of Dambulla in the Matale district. Among its many treasures are the Sigiriya frescoes, exquisite paintings that provide a window into the art and culture of a bygone era. It is the art that adorns its western face that tells a story of beauty, culture, and power. The Sigiriya frescoes are a collection of vibrant paintings that depict celestial maidens, believed to be either apsaras or attendants to the king. These figures, painted with natural pigments, exude grace and elegance. With their flowing garments, intricate jewelry, and enigmatic expressions. But who were these women? The creation of the Sigiriya frescoes involved remarkable skill and craftsmanship. Artists used natural pigments derived from minerals, plants, and other organic sources. The paintings were applied on a fine plaster base, allowing the colors to remain vivid for centuries. What's fascinating is the level of detail and the use of shading techniques that give the figures a three-dimensional quality. It's a testament to the advanced artistic knowledge of the time. Today, only a small portion of the frescoes remain, yet ancient records suggest there were once over 500 painted figures covering the rock face. What happened to these masterpieces? Were they lost to time or deliberately destroyed? Sigiriya attracts thousands of visitors daily and has been recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1982. One of its most intriguing features is the giant monolithic rock with its perfectly flat summit, which many believe appears almost unnatural, as if it had been meticulously cut at a precise angle. Believed to have been built over 50 centuries ago, Sigiriya Rock is said to be the site of Ravana's legendary palace, a dazzling structure of solid gold, crafted by the divine architect Kubera. According to ancient lore, Ravana ruled Sri Lanka from this very palace atop Sigiriya. Could it be that the ruins we see today are the remnants of Ravana's fabled Golden Palace? And if the tales of Rama Setu have been linked to real historical evidence, could the stories of Sigiriya hold a similar truth? Before we dive deeper into this mystery, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel, Mystery Explorers, so you never miss out on our latest adventures. The region surrounding Sigiriya reveals evidence of human habitation dating back to the Mesolithic period, approximately 5,000 years ago. Additionally, numerous rock shelters and caves in the area were used by Buddhist monks in the centuries leading up to the Common Era. However, conventional archaeologists typically attribute the site's first significant use to the reign of King Kashyapa in the late 5th century. Kashyapa ruled Sri Lanka from 473 to 495 CE, ascending to power after orchestrating the assassination of his father and seizing the throne from his brother, the rightful heir. Fearing retaliation, Kashyapa relocated to the Sigiriya region and constructed an imposing fortress atop the massive rock, believing it to be an impenetrable stronghold against his brother's forces. Despite his efforts, Kashyapa's army was ultimately defeated. Refusing to face capture, the king took his own life. After his death, his brother, Moggallana, reclaimed the throne and entrusted Sigiriya to Buddhist monks. The site remained a monastery until the 14th century, leaving behind a legacy of spiritual and historical significance. Sigiriya was abandoned sometime during the 15th century and remained uninhabited for centuries. It wasn't until the early 19th century that Westerners stumbled upon this forgotten marvel. Jonathan Forbes, a major in the British Army, discovered the site during a horseback ride.
Following Forbes's initial discovery, Western archaeological teams began conducting small-scale excavations in the area, only to be astounded by their findings. Sigiriya revealed evidence of remarkable engineering capabilities that defied the technological expectations of its time.
The ancient city showcased one of the most well-preserved examples of urban planning ever uncovered. Its design featured a blend of symmetrical and asymmetrical elements, skillfully integrated with the natural surroundings. The site's layout reflected an advanced understanding of engineering and urban design, demonstrating techniques and technologies far ahead of their time. The ancient city showcased one of the most well-preserved examples of urban planning ever uncovered. Its design featured a blend of symmetrical and asymmetrical elements, skillfully integrated with the natural surroundings. The site's layout reflected an advanced understanding of engineering and urban design, demonstrating techniques and technologies far ahead of their time. The site of Sigiriya features numerous structures whose exact purposes remain unclear to archaeologists. The prevailing theory is that they served as citadels, palaces, residences, and opulent gardens. One fascinating section of the site resembles a step pyramid, bearing striking similarities to structures found in Mesoamerica. On the western side of the city lies a park that provides further evidence of advanced ancient engineering. This area contains an array of water-retaining structures, including a highly sophisticated hydraulic system designed to supply water to the gardens. The system incorporates canals, reservoirs, dams, and even water pumps, demonstrating an extraordinary level of planning and engineering expertise in the site's construction. Remarkably, some of the ancient hydraulic systems at Sigiriya still provide water to the area even today. The structures atop the towering monolithic rock were constructed primarily from clay bricks, a feat that continues to baffle archaeologists. An estimated 3 million bricks were carried to the summit, yet there is no evidence of stairways or paths from the ground to the top that the ancient builders could have used. The metal stairways currently at the site were only installed in the last century to allow tourists access. Without a proper ancient stairway, it remains a mystery how materials or bricks were transported up the steep rock face through the dense forest below. While the clay bricks are impressive, the site's most fascinating feature may be the massive blocks of white marble that make up many of the settlement's pathways and palace steps, showcasing an extraordinary level of craftsmanship and resourcefulness. The white marble used in Sigiriya's construction is not native to the area, leaving archaeologists puzzled about its origin. Each marble block is incredibly heavy, and thousands of these blocks were used in the site's construction. This raises a significant question. How did the ancient builders transport tons of marble to the top of the massive monolithic rock without any visible stairways or paths? The sheer scale of this feat has led many to challenge the conventional archaeological understanding of how this ancient city was built, fueling speculation and debate about the advanced techniques or unknown methods the builders may have employed. At the site, modern metal stairs still require up to 2 hours to reach the top, raising the question of how ancient peoples managed to transport tons of materials there without a clear pathway. Archaeologists have discovered unusual tool marks resembling narrow channels along the side of the rock. These markings, confirmed to have been carved in ancient times, remain puzzling, as they appear in areas where there are no slopes for humans to stand. Additionally, large, circular holes have been drilled into the rock near its peak. Nearby, strange groove marks can be found, yet their purpose and how they were created remain a complete mystery. Another deep drill hole is located next to these grooves. All of these markings suggest the use of advanced machinery capable of drilling or even melting the rock. Archaeologists believe that an elevator may have been used to reach the top of the rock. At the summit, an enormous granite water tank is carved directly into the rock. From a distance, it seems like a structure made of granite blocks, but as you approach, it becomes clear that it is, in fact, carved from the solid granite itself. The massive granite water tank at Sigiriya measures 90 feet long, 68 feet wide, and nearly 7 feet deep. To create such a structure, Over 3,500 tons of granite would have had to be removed by hand. Given that granite is one of the hardest stones on Earth, using primitive chisels and hammers would have made this an incredibly labor-intensive task, likely taking years to complete. So, did ancient workers spend years grinding away to hollow out this granite tank, or could we be witnessing evidence of advanced technology beyond what we associate with this period? When you visit the site and observe the granite pool, one thing stands out. There are no signs of chisel or hammer marks. Instead, the surface is marked with long, scoop-like impressions, strikingly similar to those found on megalithic sites in Egypt and Peru. This raises intriguing questions about the methods used to craft this remarkable structure. Some scholars have theorized that the ancient builders of Sigiriya possessed knowledge of manipulating the frequency of rocks, which would have made them softer and much easier to carve and shape. Could this explain how they managed to remove such vast amounts of granite from the top of Sigiriya? One particularly impressive feature of the tank is that it never dries up, even during Sri Lanka's hottest seasons. Water remains in the tank year-round, an engineering marvel that continues to astound, even with modern technology. The tank appears to collect water through a process known as percolation, where liquid slowly filters through the rock. Additionally, it has a sophisticated drainage system beneath it, ensuring that it never overflows, even during the heavy rains of Sri Lanka's monsoon season. These remarkable engineering feats raise numerous unanswered questions about the construction of Sigiriya. From the unusual scoop marks on the granite to the immense material required to build the structures, all of this suggests that we are looking at a far older site, possibly one that dates back to pre-Diluvian times. Could Sigiriya be the remains of a long-lost ancient civilization that perished in a flood or some other natural disaster? Or might this towering site have served as a refuge during such a catastrophe? Local legends suggest that not only was Sigiriya built by an advanced civilization, but by one that descended from the heavens. As we've noted, there are no visible signs of ancient stairs leading to the top of the rock. This has led many researchers to speculate that the builders may have possessed anti-gravity technology, or even flying vehicles. This theory aligns with several local traditions, which speak of otherworldly beings with extraordinary capabilities. Sigiriya is said to be the palace of Ravana, an ancient god-king of Sri Lanka. Legend has it that the massive granite tank was Ravana's swimming pool, and that the earliest parts of the site were built under his command. Ancient texts from Sri Lanka and India reveal that Ravana was no ordinary human. His ancestors are said to have descended from the sky, and Ravana himself was part of the Asura race. Described in Indian mythology as powerful, superhuman demigods, the Asura are believed to have arrived on Earth thousands of years ago. Many believe that these stories are not mere mythology, but ancient historical accounts of otherworldly visitors who came to Earth. Could the Asuras have been the original builders of Sigiriya, using advanced technology to transport the vast materials needed for the city's construction? Hindu mythology is filled with references to vimanas, the flying vehicles used by the gods to travel between heaven, earth, and across the planet. One of India's most sacred texts, the Mahabharata, speaks of aerial cities belonging to the Asuras, the very same race of gods to which Ravana is said to belong. Could it be that the Asuras utilized vimanas to assist in the construction of Sigiriya? The city of Sigiriya may hold key clues about Ravana's true identity. Upon entering the site, visitors are immediately struck by the sight of two massive carved feet at the entrance. Locals call them lion's claws, but lions have 4 large claws and 1 small one. The claws at Sigiriya, however, only have 3, which has led some to believe they may represent a reptilian creature instead. Many ancient reptiles, including dinosaurs, were known to have 3 large toes, and this is precisely what is depicted at the entrance of Sigiriya. Some have even proposed a connection between Ravana and the Nephilim giants mentioned in ancient Christian and Hebrew texts. While Ravana was known to possess various human traits, many of his features were anything but ordinary. It's said that Ravana stood at least 10 feet tall and had the extraordinary ability to shapeshift, using this power to deceive others. What's your take on the site of Sigiriya? Do you believe it was built by primitive humans using basic tools, or is there more to the story? Could human beings, without advanced technology, have transported over 3 million bricks and marble blocks to the top of the rock, while also removing and shaping 3.5 tons of granite, all without stairs? Could Sigiriya have been built by Ravana or his extraterrestrial race, the Asura? Was it once home to a group of advanced gods with technology far beyond what we associate with human civilizations? And could these Asura have descended from the sky, interacting with humans and altering the course of history as ancient texts suggest? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Also, feel free to share any other mysteries you'd like us to explore in future videos. We're always open to your ideas. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming content.